Trump was named Man of the Year by Time Magazine, and he gave a speech. Let's get into it.
To do a beautiful job for you for the next 4 years, and it's really been something very special. And I have to say, Time Magazine getting this honor for the second time. I think I like it better this time, actually, but we did a good job. We had a great first term, despite a lot of turmoil caused unnecessarily. But the media's tamed down a little bit. They're liking us much better now, I think. If they don't, we'll have to just take them on again, and we don't want to do that. But I do want to thank Time Magazine. I've been on the cover many times. I don't know who has the record, but I can only probably talk well about 25% of the covers. 25% are great. The others I just sort of hide. But it's been an honor, and every time it's an honor, I will tell you. And thank you very much for doing it. And thank the whole group at Time. Really very professional people. Thank you very much. And
has there been anybody that's had a better year than Trump, in y'all opinion? Has there been any? Oh, I see RFK Jr. up there. That's Kerry's homeboy. I need another spoon. Has there been anybody that has had a more productive year than Trump, in y'all opinion? Darren says that cooking with Kaya chick is not all that. Well, we gonna find out tonight. We're gonna find out tonight on After Hours. I'm gonna see what all of the fuss is about. Is there anybody, in y'all opinion, personally? Can y'all think of anybody? I'm gonna play the speech, but while I'm playing the speech, I want y'all to tell me if y'all can think of anybody in 2024 that has had a better year than Trump. You say Kendrick Lamar? I don't think he had a better year than Trump. Not with that. Not with them GNX album sales. Nowhere near Trump. Elon has had a pretty phenomenal year. Y'all said Michelle. Michelle is not a man of the year. I said man of the year, not women of the year. Do not put Michelle in the chat. Despite how y'all may feel about Michelle Obama, that is a woman, okay? And so don't put Michelle as man of the year. No, we're not doing that. And the Democrats lost the election, so that wouldn't even be a thing. Y'all said Shannon Sharp, Cat Williams. Nah, man, I didn't like Cat Williams specials. Like, I seen he pop off on Shannon Sharp platform. I had a pretty phenomenal year myself. Elon had a phenomenal year also. Trump probably had the biggest year of anybody that I can think of. All right, let's continue. Y'all so messed up.
And to Jeff and all of the people from the New York Stock Exchange, he knows how much I like it because many years ago I bought a building across the street. I wasn't going to buy it. Then I said, you know, it's right next to the New York Stock Exchange. I'm going to buy it. We've had great success. 40 Wall Street, we've had tremendous success with it. But you've really had success with the New York Stock Exchange.
What kind of junk is that? You know what, guys? The New York Stock, because he about to ring in the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. You know what, guys? I love the New York Stock Exchange. You know, some years ago, I bought the building across the street. When I get to that level, then you know I'm going to be far removed. Don't ever say that Anton is that far removed until I can say I bought the building across the street because I like what y'all got going on over here. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should at any point, we just think too small. We just think way too small. We sit here and say, oh my God, you made a little bit of money, you got some subscribers, you're too far removed. When you can say, you know what, I love what you guys got going on over here. That's why I bought the building across the street. That's a flex. That means that you far removed and that you can just start doing community service. You can't be doing community service unless you bought the building across the street, all right?
It's an incredible group of people. And Jeff, you have done an incredible job, you and your group, and what a beautiful speech you made. Thank you very much. That was some introduction of all of us. But we've gone up since the election. I was just told by Scott, everybody said, you have to pick Scott Scott Bessent, he has to be the one chosen for Treasury. Where is Scott? Let's see. He's around here someplace. He's around here. He told me we picked up $3 trillion since the election day. And I said, well, that's good, but what about before the election day? He said, we picked up some money there because they thought you were going to win. I said, I like this guy. He's going to be my Treasury Secretary.
This dude is running everything. Running everything.
But it's true. I think we're going to have a tremendous run. We have to straighten out some problems, some big problems in the world. When we left, we didn't have any of these problems. We didn't have Russia with Ukraine. We didn't have Israel October 7th. We didn't have the Afghanistan disaster. We didn't have inflation. We had no inflation. And we had a very strong economy. And we're going to do that again, but I think we're going to even up it because now we have experience that we didn't have. Now I know everybody. You know, when I first came in, we came down, Melania and I, a great first lady, who's very popular, by the way. She rang in. She rang in the bell. She rang in the bell. But we came down and we're driving down Pennsylvania Avenue, and it was so beautiful. I said, you know, I've never done this before. I didn't know anybody. I got to the Oval Office, and I'm picking all these big positions, and I didn't really know the people in Washington, but boy, did I get to learn fast. And now we do, and I think we have an incredible staff behind me and others that aren't here. And we're going to do a fantastic job. We're going to create the incentive theory again. In fact, I just announced yesterday, I didn't announce it for this reason, but anybody investing $1 billion or more gets a very expedited approval process because, you know, the approvals, when people come into the country, it takes them, in many cases, 14, 15, 16 years to get the approval. We have Lee is around here someplace. He's in charge of the environment, and that's Lee Zeldin, who ran an incredible...
Did he say $1 billion? He said anybody that... Oh, man, I got to get my money up. We going to get our money up or what? He said anybody investing $1 billion, would it be? Anybody investing $1 billion or more, you get expedited approval. Don't worry about it. Y'all been waiting for too long. Let's get it popping. Money talks. At the end of the day, money talks. BS walks. Money talk, BS walk. Listen, you want to come over, you come to the U.S., you invest $1 billion or more, come talk to me personally. I'll expedite the process. No red tape. No red tape. I tell you what, if it's $987 million, we going to get you through too. No red tape. I'm telling you, money talks. At the end of the day, people don't like it, but they telling you straight to your face, listen, if you want to get some stuff done, you want to hire some American workers, you invest $1 billion over here, come kick it with me. I'll make sure things go right for you. That's some real talk right there. All of this little, we fighting over the scraps. We keep over here checking to see how much this person make. Hey, did this person go broke? Man, they not talking that little money over there. They talking B's, not M's, not T's, not P's. When I say P's, I mean pennies. Not D's, not dollars, not M's, not millions, not T's, not thousands. They said with a B. Hey, you swing $1 billion this way, we gonna talk. Crazy, man.
Race for governor in New York was a very, very successful guy. Before that, he was a great congressman, and he's a fantastic lawyer. He's in charge of environmental, and we'll try and push him as much as possible to get those permits very quickly. Like a nuclear power plant, I would say a week would be enough time. What do you think?
Hey, lying, our Lord.
We're going to get fast approvals, and it's great that we have Lee and all of the people behind. They're all stars in their own way. But it is an honor, and this is a double because usually they don't coordinate the Man of the Year or the Person of the Year with the ringing of the bell. And
he
brilliantly,
got the whole layout. RFK Jr., J.D. Vance, Laura Trump, Melania up there. He out here killing the game.
You picked them both at the same time, and you were all friends, and you said, let's do it. And it takes one trip. It doesn't take two trips. That's okay.
We don't even talk about
we
that
like to
no more.
say
We just talk about
We
We
like to
just
be able
talking
to
about
do
what
it
Trump
properly,
doing. We don't
but
even
this
care
is a
about what Biden
special
doing.
group. So many friends in the audience
Biden
too,
is in
John.
quick
Great
hits.
job you've done at
Trump is here to
ABC.
get the main
I'm
thing.
really proud of you, and you've been so nice to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't actually acknowledge you at all. But you have been. That really is. It's a terrific job you've done. But again, I want to thank you. We're going down to ring the bell now, and I could just say that the economy, I believe, is going to be very strong. We do have to
Vivek
solve
up
some
there? Where
problems. We
Vivek up?
have
Where Vivek at?
wars going on that we didn't have. We have a lot of things happening that we didn't have that would have never happened. They would have never happened, but now they have happened. And I want to get them solved. We have to get them solved because
I don't see
ultimately
Vivek up there.
the power of weaponry today is the biggest threat we have, in my opinion. It's not some of the other things that you read about. It's the power of weaponry. The weapons are so powerful, so devastating. And I rebuilt our military. I got to know every one of them, including nuclear weapons. I hated to do it. Actually, I hated to do it. But we did some nuclear weapons that are so devastating and almost makes you very sad as you get them and as they come online. It makes you very sad because you know what the purpose of them is, and you just hope to God that you never have to use them. Because if you do, the world will never be the same. So we have to be very, very smart. We have to be very sharp. We have to be very special to do a job. And I think we'll get it done. And I think we're going to get a lot of people in the room. We've seen it.
You know what he doing, right? I can feel my voice getting better already. This soup is good. This chicken broth or whatever kind of broth it is. You know what he's doing, right? Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what he was doing. He's not bragging. He's warning people, but he don't want to do it directly. He's warning people. He's communicating it to you without communicating it to you. He said, "Listen, I didn't want to see this stuff. I didn't like what I seen coming online that we was developing over here in the United States of America. But understand that the nuclear weapons that we got, it's a deterrent. It's supposed to prevent you from doing something that you're not supposed to do. I don't want you to step out of line because the world is never going to be the same if I decide that I want to hit the button." That's what he did. He warned them. Listen, everybody in the world is watching everything that he does. They check out the American election, they check out the news, they see when he speak. I would be willing to say that the world is more interested in what happens in American news and politics than Americans. I would tell you that there's a lot of people, the majority of people outside of the United States of America are more educated about who's in office, what's going on, what happens in this state, what political leaders, FBI director, what policies are being passed because they have an interest because they understand what happens in the United States of America affect the world. Now, we're so privileged and we're so blessed that we don't really take it into consideration and we just take it for granted. We've been here our whole life, so we don't really know how bad it is out there. We don't really understand international or foreign relations. We don't understand diplomacy. We've never read a book. Most people don't read here. They read better than us. They are better educated than us. They're more informed than we are outside of the United States of America. They look to invest in our markets, but we sit here and we say, and this is a reality check, honestly. This is not even what I expected to get out of this because everything that you see today or everything that I go over today is going to be me watching it. I understand what the subject matter is or what we talking about, but I'm reacting to the video in real time. Most of the time, we are so far behind because we've gotten comfortable. And that's the danger of living a privileged life. And you can extrapolate that even from our own families. A lot of times, I have to remind my daughter, or I take her to certain places, or I make sure that she understands or fails in controlled environments, or I have to get her involved in taekwondo and sports, and I don't let her take off of school and all of this stuff because she needs to understand that the minute that you get comfortable is the minute that you get unseated. Somebody is always looking to take your spot. Somebody is always looking to take your spot. Always. Somebody always, in every circumstance in life, somebody is looking to replace you. The people outside of the United States of America, at every turn, they're like, you know what? That US of A, either I'm gonna take advantage of it, I'm gonna be a part of that bag, or I don't want them to succeed. When it comes to business, there's always somebody that's paying attention to you and looking at the moves that you making to see either if they can be a part of it or how they can increase what they doing from from a competitive perspective. It's even funny when I hear people say stuff like, "It's enough out here for everybody." I've never seen any business person win with that mentality. Even dope dealers get robbed when they start to have that type of conversation. It's always somebody looking at your spot when it comes to your relationships, your marriage, your relationship, your wife. If you don't think that it's people that's paying attention to her and she going to work every day and there's somebody whispering in her ear saying, "You a good woman." Now, he not going to be like that once he get her. He not going to be like that once he get her. Because he going to fall into the same thing as everybody else. But it's somebody on your wife's job that tell her how beautiful she is every single day. And they're normalizing it for her because they look at you as in the way. Even though you the one that married her, you in the way. And so she not gonna tell you. You know why? Because she know who he is. And she know what his goal is. And if you learn relationships, if you learn women, you can learn business, you can learn the world, you can learn sales, you can learn how to be diplomatic, you can understand competition, you can be able to spot the ops. Every single day is somebody, and he ain't got nothing to lose. You know why? Because it's not like he really got to focus on her. See, you got to live with her. And so she get to see you in every capacity. And so you got to be on your P's and Q's 100% of the time. But she only get to see the best of him. And so what happens is he a POS outside of the job. But the presentation layer is great because she only gets to see the best of him. So he telling her, he call her queen every day. He say, "Oh man, look at you. You so gorgeous." And then she comes home and she say, "You never compliment me." Cause he always compliment her. Cause he in his sales hat every day. Now, if he was to ever get with her, then it would be different because he would be 10 times worse than the person that she with. But she don't know that because competition is fierce. Because his goal is to beat them guts in and to win and to make you look stupid. Because men got egos and we're competitive, and that's what we do. And it's the same thing when it comes to politics. It's the same thing when it comes to business. It's the same thing across the board. Everybody in the world is paying attention to what we got here. And you sitting here talking about, "Man, I can't believe it. I don't want to go to work today." And they can't, they over there looking at your job like, if I could just get over there and get in there and get in that. You said, "I don't feel like going to work today." Somebody else said, "Man, if I could just get that job, I'll be to work early. I'll be there a half hour early every single day." And they gonna outperform you. They gonna do the job that you would do 10 times better than you, and you gonna complain about how they came in and replaced you. It's replacements everywhere. Everybody got a replacement. Everybody got a replacement. High tolerance says weak moves at the end of the day. That's cool. It's a winner and it's a loser. And the losers are sitting there talking about, "Man, that was a weak move." And the winner got your chick with her head in between his lap. So while you sitting here telling him how weak his move is, she can't breathe. Did I hit a nerve this morning? I'm sorry. It ain't even Friday. It's Thursday. I'm not cursing, but I'm just telling you what the truth is. Keep telling him how weak his move is. She can't breathe. She can't breathe. I promise you, she can't talk. Ain't nothing for her to say. Keep telling her. Man, that's a weak move. That's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna send her back to you as soon as she done. What is it? It's almost, baby. It's almost 5 o'clock. You got to get home. You got to get home to him. You got to get home. You can have her back. She here for a good time, not for a long time. She here for a good time, not for a long time. Better gird up. Better man up.